Good morning, traders, and this is your Aussie day trade setup for today. So, as expected, I've still got the levels in from yesterday. We did get the gap down. We rallied quite hard. We missed the level that we were looking for, but then on the bounce gave us the next entry for our short, and then we tagged the level. Okay, so that was pretty much a 300, let's just say 343, but it was 320 point trade. Okay, so at this stage, what we do have forming is a bit of a double bottom. Just ignore this last bar. That is our nonsense bar for today. We're going to get to the 3 hour. And we have an inside bar here. We have a tail where buyers stepped in. We've closed the gap. And we haven't quite tested this breakout level of 49,342. That is the next line in the sand at the moment. But what has happened is we've broken below the alligator. Okay, and we'll look at the ichimoku now just to pick up anything there as well. I just want to get these levels in quickly before we drill down. Okay, so, on the daily, but before we get there, we're going to have to do the following. Our close was there, and our open was there. So we've got a little tail to the top, and we've got a small body with a massive tail. Okay, so this is not a red body. It's a small red body, but it's a massive tail, which is a rejection of the alligator. Okay, so from a daily perspective, if we break below the tail, expect more downside. But if we do get above sort of the high of yesterday, I'd expect some upside, and the upside I think is going to be capped by the 200 EMA. We've had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days flirting with it, so I would expect us to come and test it again. Okay, so with all of that in mind, you'll notice that that pretty much closes the gap. Well, not quite. It's the first or the second gap. But it's the second gap retest. So when we're going for gaps on the Aussie, what will happen is we'll bounce off. Let's just use these levels. We'll bounce off this fractal first down, then we'll bounce off this fractal down, and then we'll come up and attempt to close the gap, which will be up there, which is the next, not quite a fractal, but it is a swing low. Okay, from a measured move perspective, this head and shoulders, I think, has played out. If I'm correct, because that's where our level was. Just fraction short, but I'd call that done. Okay, this head and shoulder, head, shoulder breakout has happened. Okay, so at this stage we have a double bottom, and we are still in a downward trend. So I don't think we need to be too. Let's just adjust this correctly. I'll just leave it like that. Okay, so we do have this wedge. It's a fairly large wedge at the moment. So I think the top trend line needs to break for it to have any chance of an upside. And if you look at the area we're aiming for, just double check on the daily. It's right over there. So this area here where we've got these two fractal levels, which is the next area which I'd expect us to be taking profit at, is pretty much on the 200 EMA as well, and on the diagonal trend line. So whatever rally we do have, I think that's the first area that the profit taking will happen. But you'll notice that that will give us a break of this fractal above the alligator, which could indicate a trend change. Only thing is we're in this wedge. Okay, so if we come down to the 12 minute, I don't even think we're going to have much here on the 12 minute. So what we do have is we've got this fractal break here. So we've broken through the alligator, pulled back above the alligator. So in all essence, those are my two fractal levels. Okay, so 49767, and we've got the break above that, so it's a valid long signal at the moment. And 49607 is the stop area. So 49767, that's 160 points, roughly 165, 70 points. Okay, what we do have here is a little cup and handle. Okay, and could also be a bigger head and shoulders, but let's just trade the cup and handle. So that gives us, for our first trade this morning, the 200 EMA, which is right slap bang in the area where I expect the sellers to come back in again, which is around the 50,000 area. Okay, so that's kind of the view that we have at the moment. Until we've sort of closed this gap, pulled back, created a higher low, and then started moving again, I think on the higher time frames, this is a trend reversal to the downside. Okay, so the other thing that we need to bear in mind, and this is just going to get really messy now, is we do have this double bottom. I'm just going to be conservative on this leg here. So a break, let's use that one, a break above 49,905 could potentially bring 5,250 into play. But then that would also break the wedge. And if that happens, I'd be looking for that as a first target, pull back, get in for some more, and then back to the upside. But at this stage, this thing could pretty much sort of, let's just delete all the noise. What could transpire here is the following. Okay. Okay, so what could very well transpire is a bit of a rally up to test the break or to top of a range. So there's our range. So it could be a bit of a break to come and test this area here before moving to the downside. But at this stage, we're in a downward channel. And I think that's what we need to be trading. So long the top, short from the top, long from the bottom. Okay, that's kind of the view that we've got here. Let's just quickly close off with the ichimoku. That always gives us a really good understanding of what's actually going on. So at this stage, we've broken through the cloud. We are consolidating. So this area here is a consolidation. Could be a double bottom, could be a start of a range. But again, keep this trend line in. Okay, look where the top of this trend line is. It's the underside of the cloud. And we've also got Kijinsen here. So Kijinsen lines up perfectly, almost perfectly, with the breakout retest here. Okay, and the cloud lines up with part of the cloud here will line up with the gap close, and also this diagonal trend line. Okay, so I'd be short off this area here. I'm not really going to look at this double bottom until we've had a pullback and a retest of it, and that retest is successful. Then that double bottom will come into play for me. For now, looking at the 4 hour, I suppose that is a bullish, fairly bullish signal, hey? Let's just delete the range here. Big down, inside bar, confirmation. So a break above that really does bring the bottom into sort of a potential bottom into play. But look where Kijinsen and Kijinsen are, it's a crossover. The cloud is pretty strong. So the trend is still up. This is looking like a bit of a pullback. And we've had one down, one up, two down. Okay, so now I'm looking for a little bit more than what we've got at the moment to indicate that this is a potential flag. This little crossover here worries me. Okay, that's a bearish crossover. Chico span is through price. That's also bearish. The only thing that's not bearish is the cloud at the moment. And looking at the daily, we have finally broken out and we've got a bullish crossover. So it's a bullish crossover above a cloud, which is fairly bullish. Okay, so you're looking at the daily now. This does look like it is a potential flag. Okay, so lots of mixed signals, but for me right now, I am looking for confirmation. Looking at the daily, we've got a test of the alligator. It is a bit of a flag that's forming, and we are off a fairly significant level. And I am looking for the second move still. Here was the first move, pull back. So there is a bigger channel here, or there was, which we've broken below as well. Okay, so I think everything hinges on this 50,000 level, whether it will hold or whether it is going to break. Okay, so that is kind of the area that we're looking at the moment. I suspect that this could be a bigger channel break. Let's just use this channel. This could be a bigger channel break, and we have a smaller channel inside the bigger channel, which is typically how it operates. But this could very well be a bigger channel break, so it's a rally up, test the break of the alligator, and then continue moving down. Or alternatively, it's a break above this above trend line and it moves the upside. So any long, I'm still going to be short off the top here. Okay. So let's look at the rand dollar, 1461. US markets are fairly flat, even though we had some good results come through. And at the moment, 10 cents is down 0.4% again. Okay, so I do suspect kind of probably not a big gap down what we had yesterday, but definitely a bit of a gap down. Futures market in the US is fairly static, and then the US markets yesterday closed fairly static as well. Okay, so for me right now, could be a flag, or could just be this channel is going to continue and we've got a bigger channel break. Okay, so lots of different scenarios that we've got, but I think what you want to do is look at this on the 15 minutes, or alternatively look for the closing range strategy, and that's going to give you pretty much almost a double top. I'll put these two levels in here, so that would give us that level there. I just can't see it. I really just can't see it. So yeah, for me, I think this downward trend line, there's going to be sellers stepping in off there. If they come back and test, just to test this double bottom environment here, then that's going to give us a break. If it does give us a break, then you've got a much better trade in play. Okay. Okay, so in other words, summary for me at the moment is quite simple. Any rally, I'm looking to sell off. So pretty much off this trend line, not too worried about the gap just yet. One of these two fractal levels here is going to give us an opportunity to sell. The question is whether it's a sell and a retest of this, or if it's a move down. But looking at price action at the moment on other markets, we're more than likely at the top of a range, and it's going to head to the bottom of the range. Okay, so in that case, what you're looking for is short off the top. Anything top here, one of these swing lows at the gap, looking for a short, and you're probably looking for a short back to 49,500 area. Okay, if we break below 49,500, then this is a consolidation pattern, and what you're looking for then is a move, a deeper move, which then sort of doesn't quite test this area, but it breaks below the retest here and closes this gap here. Okay, see this tail here, That's what it's going to be doing. And look to the left, which is also a fairly significant level that. Okay, so that's kind of my view. Short from the area. Any rally I'm looking to short at the moment until we get confirmation that we get above the alligator again. Okay, so at this stage, short it is. Okay, anyway guys, hope that helps. Whatever you do, just keep those stops tight because there are mixed signals here. Hope it helps you, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.